Welcome to another episode of Home Sweet Home. My name is Rod McCall.
And I'm Scott Nichols.
What do you say, friend?
Oh, not much.
I tell you what, I like this time of year as the weather's getting warmer, the sun's out more often, and the temperatures are not roasting hell kind of hot.
See, now I like that.
What do you mean?
I lived in Florida for 14 years, and I'm okay with heat.
Heat, I get, yes. No, I can handle 100 degrees a lot better than I can handle 30 degrees,
Yes.
20 degrees. But if I can get a nice, comfortable 75, 80 degree day, I'll take that over 100 degrees.
Well, right. I'd love to live in Norfolk, Virginia area. It would be great. There's great weather there all the time.
I've been told San Diego, California has some of the nicest year-round temperatures.
Really?
I don't know that for a fact. I've never lived there. I've never visited there. It's on my bucket list, but that's what I've been told.
I will say Southern California is a very nice climate.
Really?
Yeah.
My sister lived there back in the mid 80s, but I went and visited her for a week back in 1985, but I honest to God don't remember what the weather was like.
Yeah, just beautiful.
I remember the girls in bikinis, but that's about it.
Okay.
All right. All right. Sorry, I guess we headed into TMI. So anything new with you?
Not so much. Just, cruising through the school year and working towards the end. Not a lot going on right now. Waiting for summer.
Amen. Well, all right. So I got a question for you. Having moved around and worked at many different places, do you find it easy or hard to stay in contact with your friends, people that you would call a friend?
I don't know if I find it hard per se. It's definitely different, right? I have some friends in New Hampshire where I worked for a long time. I have some friends in Florida where I worked for a long time. I definitely don't have the same level of engagement with them as I had when I lived there.
Okay.
I do still have contact, and I have to frequently intentionally make that happen in order to stay in contact with them.
Okay. And that's kind of where I was going, because I ran into a particular article that was talking about, are your friends real or are they fake? And it kind of got me thinking about, okay, well, how do you know? Okay, you work with somebody, you become pals, and then you move, they move, and suddenly you don't talk to one another.
Right.
I had great pals when I was growing up, living back in Kansas, and people thought we were brothers.
Right.
We were all, together all the time, and then suddenly you're not together, and what used to be inseparable friendship, well, now you're not together. And so then I got thinking, well, were you really friends? Were you just friends of convenience?
Mm-hmm.
And then does that make them a real friend or a fake friend?
Well, I don't know what we mean by fake friends per se, but I think there are, friends that last a lifetime. Which are few.
I have some of those.
There are friends that last a season because you're connected with them through some commonality, like where you live or where you work.
Okay.
Or where you go to church. Or the civic organization you're involved in.
Okay.
That could be different.
Okay, so they could still be a real friend, but then when you're not together all the time, that doesn't mean you're not friends. It's just that you're not as engaged or talking, and that would be different than a fake friend.
I think probably, to me, a fake friend might be somebody that is just trying to get something from you, and then when if they're not getting something, then they don't give anything to it,
Okay.
to the friendship.
Well, then I think you and I might be more in par because I think you're right. I mean, I kind of lean that you're right. You have these friends, and when, yes, I mean, you work together, and that makes it, well, easy to hang out. But when you move, they move. Um, it takes more effort. And
Yes, absolutely.
so I kind of, so I ran across this article, and don't make fun of me, but it was from Women's Health magazine.
Okay.
And they were talking about how to tell if your friend is real or if your friend is fake. And they said a fake friend is someone who doesn't have your best interests, sorry, I can't speak today, at heart, and that they are not willing to compromise on important matters. They show little concern for your needs and really put little effort in maintaining the bond.
Right.
And I got thinking, well, I've had friends like that too. And so, because I don't know, I think friends are, for me, a key part of what makes life interesting and enjoyable. And anyway,
I
so,
think we're all designed to be in friendship, right? Like all humans are innately drawn to some kind of a relationship with another human.
and that I do agree with. So,
It's difficult though for us to have a large number of those friendships, of those relationships that are deep and super meaningful.
mm-hmm.
But we can have a lot more friendships that are kind of more superficial, and I think maybe that's where we get to the
fake friends. Okay. Okay.
somebody who's kind of an acquaintance, and we might call them a friend, but they're not really, like, they're not going to be there for you necessarily
Okay.
if you need it. So it's really not the same thing as what we think of as friends.
I can see that because I do. I've been really blessed to have some fantastic friends. Two of my best friends growing up. I met Tom when we were in elementary school. I met the girl that would become his wife, Cindy, when we were in seventh grade. And we just kind of grew up together, went to middle school and high school together. They got married, and we have been just very close friends forever.
Right.
Another very good pal of mine, Steve, who now lives in Florida. I mean, crying out loud, his mom and dad were close friends with my mom and dad, and we go all the way back to age 4 or 5 years old.
Sure.
And we're still close pals today. But I think, I have had friends that, well, the contact is on my end.
Okay.
And I think that's kind of what they, and it makes me wonder. And as I was reading this article, they were talking about, well, that might very well indeed then be a fake friend. And so they came up with a whole bunch of things that are kind of maybe red flags to help you decide, is your friend really your friend, or are they kind of what we would call then a fake friend?
Okay.
So I thought maybe we could explore some of the things that might be considered a red flag for us to ponder or consider when trying to evaluate just how good of a friend are our friends.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right. So the first one, again, I'm not going to go through all 15 of them because I'm going, holy crap, that's 15.
That's way too much.
But they were, but I was trying to think of people I know and experiences I had, and I thought, okay. So one they identified was someone who just doesn't care about you. They disregard your feelings. Well, I would like to go see this movie. Oh, nobody likes that. That's a dumb movie.
Okay.
Or you're going, ooh, I got a hankering for Whataburger. Oh, nobody likes Whataburger. Let's go here instead, where I want to go. And so they kind of disregard, again, your feelings.
Sure.
That person's more about them. What do they want to do? What's interesting for them? Let's talk about what I want to talk about. So they're very self-centered in essence.
Right.
And so I thought that that was kind of an interesting red flag that when you have a friend who are you're and they're it's all about them and it's all about meeting their needs and their feelings, well, then they're less likely to be a real true friend and more of a friend of convenience for them.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think it has to be every relationship, whether it's friendship or marriage or what. It's a two-way street. There's two people in the relationship,
Hmm.
and both people need to get something out of it. And that means that there needs to be give and take. And so if somebody's just taking and taking and taking and never giving or giving in to some things, then what kind of a relationship really is that? It's one way. And if it's only one way, it's probably not a relationship.
And that kind of piggybacks on one of the other things they were talking about is your relationship is being unbalanced.
Yes.
And when that relationship is, when it's all about them, then it's very little about you. And so you're not getting feedback from that individual.
Right.
And you're not reciprocating what you're delivering. So it's an unbalanced relationship.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I would say that at the end of my marriage to Eric's mother, that's what it was. It was all about her and very little about me.
Right.
Things that I would want to do. Well, it was unimportant, but things that she wanted to do, well, it was all about what she wanted to do, what she wanted to spend money on. I mean, that's why we went from 2 dogs to 4 dogs to, a whole bunch after that because she wanted the dogs.
I might get a divorce just over the dogs. That's just me.
Well, yeah.
I've been ridiculed for not being so much of a dog person. But I like dogs. I just like them when they're owned by somebody else.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. And after having all the dogs that we did, I can understand and relate to that feeling. All right. So that was one.
Sure.
A second one, and again, these all kind of interrelate a little bit, but they're the only one. The communication is kind of one way, right, unless they need something. So you talk to them when you call them or text them or email them, and the only time they turn around and call you or text you or email you is, hey, I need a favor. Hey, I need you to do something for me.
Right.
And I've been there before too. And it's kind of frustrating. You think you're a good pal, and suddenly they kind of ghost you.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I experienced that maybe more so with people that I've moved away from, physically. So
Okay.
I've got some friends in Florida, and we get together if I'm out there or if I'm, if I contact them a little bit more, but there's not a lot of contact coming the other direction, and sometimes there is. I mean, I'm in some group chats with them, but I don't necessarily feel like they're actually talking to me. They're just putting it out there to the group. And
yeah,
I happen to be part of the group, but there's participation and there's still involvement of sometimes how's your family doing and that kind of thing. But if you don't get to have the intentional connection on a regular basis, I can see that the thought about connecting just kind of slips away.
And that, yeah, I mean, having a friend is like anything else. You've got to put time, effort, and energy into that relationship, or it won't be a relationship. And if it's a one-way street relationship, then it's not much of a relationship.
Right.
And so the idea that we're friends is a convenience to me, well, that strikes me as a little bit as, I don't know. I've been in friendships like that, and I don't like it, and they don't last. because I'm going, hey, um, it's got now. When I was a lot younger, I had more of these, what I guess would consider a fake friend.
Mm-hmm.
As I've gotten older, um, well, I don't know that I would say I go through a checklist, but I feel like I can weed them out a little bit better. And it's kind of like, yeah, okay, we're going to be at an arm's distance. I'm going to let you in. I'm not going to, keep hanging out with you, talking with you, spending time with you.
Yeah.
And if you move away, well, don't let the door hit you on the butt on the way out, kind of thing. So,
I think you stay in touch though with the friends that are the most important, right? Like I've got, it's probably 3 of them from Florida that I really connected with, and I stay somewhat in touch with those people.
oh, absolutely. When going through the divorce, it was part of the divorce group and met some of the most fantastic people. And in listening, and spending time with them, it was, and I guess that would probably be the last time I really did run into people that I would qualify as being fake, that they weren't real and they weren't true. But I made some of the best connections, people that I still talk to, text, communicate, hang out with. Hey, Klaus, as part of that. And it again, friendships are supposed to make your life more enriched, more enjoyable.
Right.
So again, if they only are friends with you when it's convenient for them or they want something, maybe they ain't so much a friend.
Well, I mean, all friendships take time. It takes time to make friends,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes time to continue that after death that you've created. So it's all going to be, it all takes time. So it's a matter of how much time do we have as well.
Yeah, there you go. And you make time for that which you want.
Yes.
All right. So another issue that they talk about or address is how they compete with you. Are they in competition? And to me, a friend isn't in competition. I mean, okay, yeah, you can have a friendly rivalry. You can have, hey, I like this college team and you like that college team, so we'll tease each other. I mean, you see that around here all the time with all of us college educated kids or people, and we tease each other. That guy that loves Kentucky, he and I banter back and forth all the time. But I mean, that's friendly, that's fun, that's entertaining. It's not serious, but a friend doesn't compete with you to climb the corporate ladder, doesn't compete with you to have the better this, the better that. Um, I mean, I watched Eric's mom do this time and again with different people. We had to have something better than them.
Right.
We had to have, a better TV. We had to have a better vacation. We had to have a better computer. We had to have better everything.
Sure.
And it was kind of like, wait a minute, why are we competing with them? If they're your friend, then they're your friend. It's not about a competition. And so it was a red flag for me on her on that behavior of, now I never considered it a fake friend, though now I would.
Right.
But I think she was a fake friend to a lot of people because she was constantly she had a lot of other issues as well, but she was, when you're in competition with somebody, then they're not really your friend.
No, I don't. I mean, you can compete in a way that brings both up, or you can be competing to get ahead of the other. And I have to agree. Like, you're not really friends if you're trying to get ahead. Now, we're not talking about like sports teams.
Yeah.
Obviously. The sports teams are supposed to compete. They're supposed to do those things. It's part of what they do, and you can still be on opposing teams and be friends. But when you're trying to compete in life rather than help each other, I don't know that I call that friendship.
Well, you and I work together. And what makes us pals is we work together. You help me, I help you,
Right.
and we build each other up. We work together towards a common goal.
Sure.
But if you're working with somebody and they're trying to sabotage you and they're friendly to your face, then maybe they're not really a true friend. They're more of a fake friend.
Right. I mean, we generally call that backstabbing, and that is a bad thing.
Yeah. I've been on the receiving end of some of that too.
I think we all have.
Yeah, it doesn't feel very well.
Yeah.
And you talk about stabbing in the back. One of the other things that they talk about is a red flag of someone who's a fake friend versus a true friend is how they gossip about you behind your back.
Yeah, that's the backstabbing.
And I will admit that there are times where I have been guilty of this, where I join in on the gossip.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
And well, good, because
I've been talking to some other people about that. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, because it's easy to do, and so I'm been working harder on that. But a true friend will talk. What they say behind your back is what they'll say to your face.
Sure.
And if they aren't willing to say it to your face, then maybe they really aren't a true friend. And if they're talking about you behind your back, why? And who are they talking to you about you?
Well, it's probably about competition, so you probably don't want to know about it in the first place. But
well, fair enough. So
we got a couple more of these?
I do. And this is a big one for me. If they're a friend, they keep your secrets. If they're a fake friend, they're going to take your secrets and use it as a weapon against you.
Well, now, wait a minute. As a friend, you could tell me some secrets.
Yeah.
And if those secrets reveal that you have done something terrible to another person that was illegal, you're probably not keeping that a secret.
Okay. Fair point. Yeah. Thank you, OJ.
Yes. So if a friend comes and tells me that they've done something illegal, like murder somebody,
sure,
I am not keeping that a secret.
No. But
right. It could be something else where maybe it's something more that they need to handle, and so I'm going to encourage them to come clean about it.
Sure.
Or maybe it's just something that does need to be a secret between you and them forever. But I think you're right. I mean, I think confidence is important. Appropriate confidence, obviously.
Yeah. And I think that, yes, if I confide in you about my murder of my next door neighbor,
right,
then that's not a secret to keep. But if I share with you that I sneak out of work 10 minutes early every so often, and you use that to go to the boss and say, hey, boss, I know you're considering McCall for a promotion, but let me tell you, you ought to check when he leaves because he leaves work a lot extra early. He ain't putting in the time like I am.
Sure.
And to me, that would be an example of a secret that you might use against them.
Right.
I mean, that would, I don't know. So you got to have faith. You got to have trust in your friends. And if they're going to use it to stab you in the back, to climb the corporate ladder, to get you fired, or to publicly humiliate and embarrass you.
Yeah, obviously that's going to be a problem.
So yes, I think you're right. Some secrets you got to share, but some you got to just, a good friend kind of is, you can take them into confidence and they're going to keep that confidence.
Right.
So anyway.
Okay.
All right. I got one last one.
All right.
And that is, they'll let you, a true friend will not have to win every argument.
Ooh, that's a good one.
But a fake friend has to win every argument. they have to have the last word.
Mm.
And so I guess these are serious red flags. Looking at them, thinking about marriage number one, because she was frequently she had to have the last word, and so
Right.
I guess that's why we no longer were very good friends at the end.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to be hanging around somebody that always has to have the last word? And that's probably why my wife leaves the room a lot. Right? And we've been married 31 years. We're very good friends. But yeah, I think that's a huge thing. I was reading this other article from The Atlantic.
Oh, okay.
It's an article from back in June of 2022.
Oh, okay.
By Julie Beck that in The Atlantic, and talking about friendships and what makes friendships last for long periods of time, and are forever friends.
Okay.
And one of those things is grace, right? Like
mm-hmm.
letting that friendship, kind of breathe and adjust, and making sure that you're not coming down hard on your friend. Right. I mean, everybody needs some grace in their life.
Yes.
And so you've got to be, somewhat flexible and in your friendship. And sometimes one person needs more of that friendship than another.
Yeah.
You need to listen. You need to be there for them. And other times you might be the one who has, who needs to get that from the other. So, a flexible, graceful kind of
forgiving.
Forgiving. Spending time, but being mindful of that.
Okay.
I mean, I just think there's got to be a lot of flexibility, right? It's not unlike marriage. You got to be flexible.
Yeah.
You got to grow and change and adjust with the friendship of it over time.
And that's where I feel really blessed to have had so many great friends and a number of long-lasting friends.
Yeah.
Like I said, my friend Steve, we've been friends for better part of 50 years.
Yeah.
My friends Tom and Cindy, we've been friends for, not quite that long, but pretty darn close. And, we've all gone through, trials of life,
Sure.
The good times, the bad times. I mean, I was there for both of their weddings, and Steve was able to come up for my marriage to Sherry. And I mean, when Eric died, they were all there for me.
Yeah.
I mean, and I guess that's the power of true friends, is that when crap hits the fan, the good friends stick by you. The not so good friends, well, they flee. And
there is that. I always think, when I think of friends and maybe how many friends I have, or how many close friends I have,
mm-hmm.
I go back all the time to my knowledge of Christianity.
Okay.
And Jesus, because Jesus had 12 disciples.
Mm-hmm.
He had maybe as many as 120 or 200 men circling him and following him and being around him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 300 to 400 total if you include the women. And of all that, he had 3 guys that were at the center and that were his closest confidants, I guess.
Okay.
The guys that really were close to him and spent the most time with him. And everybody else kind of orbited in some different level of friendship or relationship or knowledge of the person that was Jesus at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you can't necessarily expect to have 10 or 15 super close friends.
Yeah.
That's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
You could expect to have 3 or 4 really, really close friends that you might talk to.
Yeah.
And seek counsel from and all those things.
True.
And then you might have kind of a another superficial, or no, not superficial, but another group, a circle of friends outside that you do things like watch a game with, or
Yeah.
have a dinner with, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the rest of the people that maybe you occasionally play golf, or go for a walk or whatever. But those 3 or 4 like really close people, those are the ones that you can keep a friendship going with for a whole life, because friendships take time. You only have so much time,
Mm-hmm.
so you can't spend it with everybody.
No, but those really close friends, like you talked about, are people you cannot talk to for weeks or months
Yes.
at a time, and suddenly, then you reach out.
And I think that's important, that you have those relationships. But it's important to understand that you really can't have too many of them.
No, and that is where I have to say I love text messaging and the little emojis and GIFs that you can send out, because I'll do that. I mean, I may not have time, or I will try and I will text, a message to my friends, different folks,
Sure.
of it, hey, I'm thinking of you. A little funny, haha, something I'll see on Facebook.
Which is funny, because I was reading another article earlier that most social media is actually taking place by text, in text groups.
Really?
That's the largest amount of communication that's taking place. It's not like they're texting it on, or putting it out on Facebook for people. It's happening in these closed group texts.
Really?
That are taking place in actual text, like iMessage, or the SMS texting that's taking place. So that's actually most of it. Which I got to say, I mean, I'm involved in 4 to 5 massive group texts. Some of them that you and I are in 3 times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it is a thing, and the article was saying that's kind of overwhelming, but I think it's been fun, because you have different groups, and they like different things.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been a good experience for me. Probably the other people are just saying that it's too much, and they want me to stop posting things.
Well, you won't hear me say that, but
anyway, I think that's all the time we have. I mean, it's a good conversation.
Well, I just have one last thing to ask.
Okay.
Will you be my friend?
Of course. I thought we were already.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that you were a real friend, not my fake friend. Like an imaginary friend.
I'm not sure that that's a way that we should approach trying to make friends. But yes.
Well, good. Very good. Very good. Well, thank you. I appreciate taking the time to visit about this, because it is hard to know sometimes, and you're going. So anyway, I'm rambling here, so I'm going to cut it off. Thanks for being my friend. I wish we had the song from Toy Story.
All right.
So with that, I guess we'll call it a day. And my name's Rod.
I'm Scott.
See ya.
Bye-bye.